It's only game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about Augustus. If you've been watching any of my videos over the last couple of months, you know that I really find this guy overall pretty weak. He is basically Krista in 2025, meaning that without Lars, Krista is basically worthless, and without Orion, Augustus is basically worthless. And without getting too much into the combo of Augustus and Orion, Augustus really needs stacking magic penetration. He has these abilities that allows him to convert all magic damage from himself and his allies into pure damage whenever they get to a point where they're fully penetrating the enemy's magic defense. But we can't forget that it isn't just Orion that provides magic penetration artifact weapon. There are other heroes in the game that do this as well, such as Arachne and Mojo here. And Mojo's interesting because nobody uses him, so that's kind of why he's interesting. He is finding some play in some boss fights, City of Asgard Maestro and City of Asgard Osh. So I thought I would show you guys some fights that are one of our guild members, guild master or whatever, Raven, has put out in the last couple of days. Let's just kind of take a quick look at some of the work that's happened here. Now, as you can imagine, these teams are going to be those paired with Augustus. So, you know, if you've already leveled up Augustus a little bit, then you should have a good opportunity here. So this first fight is Augustus Mojo with Lilith. Not a lot of people might have Lilith leveled up, but Lilith is also a good pairing with Augustus for reasons that I've already mentioned. And you can see that Mojo with Axel is the second highest damage, but let's actually get into and watch the fight. Now, I don't know how often you're going to see this specific lineup on the enemy team. I wouldn't really recommend using Yasmin as a tank in many instances, especially on defense. However, you're going to find that Corvus is going to be pretty good counter for Yasmin in just about any line. The Orion Zhu combo. This is a team that I've talked about in previous videos. The thing about Mojo that I don't like, that a lot of people don't like, is that his ultimate is kind of broken in that you can't really do anything else, and it can be interrupted, and it's kind of random. If it even pops off once, there we go. Yeah, see, it targets enemies at random, and whenever there's not that many enemies left, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I don't know that you really needed Mojo on this team, but it's a fun team nonetheless. Here we got two more instances of Raven using Mojo on attack. Again, I don't know that I would really recommend leveling up Mojo just for this kind of stuff. You know, just for fun is okay, but it can be effective as well. Again, using Mojo on this team is probably not the make or break for this victory over Jason, but it's still fun nonetheless. So Aurora, Mojo, Augustus, Orion with Lilith there in the back line. You know, you're going to see teams like this, you know, miscellaneous, Iris, Sebastian, Martha. Usually you would use like a Dorian in the back there with Heidi, sometimes with using Rufus Dante, but yeah, the curse, I'm not sure where the hex went to, one of Mojo's hex. Mojo wasn't even in the top damage dealers on this team. I think that you'll find that while it was useful to have him, maybe not necessarily the best choice. So the question that really you got to ask yourself whenever you're watching videos like this is, do you think that you really need Mojo? Should you level up Mojo for some kind of cute attacking team or defensive team? And while it's fun using Mojo, I don't really think that you should. I think that there are way better hero choices, and you know, obviously, you know, we're getting stun locked to death here. I know that we ultimately win this fight, but there's a lot better choices. Mojo can be useful, like I mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if I watched Jason or Phantomus. We'll watch Phantomus this time. I'm not sure if Mojo is absolutely necessary for the City of Asgard Maestro and Osh boss fights. I know that there are a couple of teams that do use Mojo, but those teams wouldn't be the top of the list of the teams that I would recommend you bring. Yeah, I mean, if you're working on your fourth team, maybe your fifth team, then absolutely. I just think that if you're trying to build Augustus, just build Orion, you know, maybe. Yeah, let's show you the Phantomus line here. Mojo did do the majority of the damage here, but, you know, it's possible that just using Orion here instead would be fine. Hard to say, hard to say. Fun team, nonetheless, and that's really what Hero Wars and video games are about, is having fun. Is there better team choices? Sure. Is there a more fun team choice? Well, that's not up to us. That's up to Raven. So, should you level Mojo or not? In my opinion, if you like Mojo, if you think that he's fun and interesting and aesthetically pleasing, if you like his skins, if you like his story, then yeah, go right ahead and level him up. You know, throw him in there with Augustus, level up the appropriate support heroes to go with him. Winter skin, maybe the cybernetic skin is probably the go-to, or the demonic skin. Nah, the cybernetic skin. Yeah, I say it's worth leveling up if you really like him aesthetically. If you don't, and you're just looking for that one hero that is going to fix your account, Mojo ain't it. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.